to Mars. It's a rock opera. Peter Alexander joins us. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to have you back. And Ray Bailey is our music director for One Way Trip to Mars. Ray,
Very
hello.
nice to join you guys this morning.
It's
Thank
good to have you guys here. First off, when I heard rock opera, I said, get these guys in here. Thank you. We need more rock operas. We guys inspired. We grew up with Tommy and Jesus Christ Superstar and those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, of course.
Awesome. Tell us in a nutshell what the idea is of One Way Trip.
Well, it started with my wife. She wrote a song, which then became the last song of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The final song is called "It Catches Up to You," and it's all about no matter how far away you go, your soul is going to catch up to you.
Yeah.
And it's really the story is about the evolution of these two primary human beings. The Paolo is our astronaut who's the first guy chosen to go to Mars on a one-way mission to set up the colony there, the infrastructure. And then in the story, all hell breaks loose and on Earth, global warming, nuclear terrorism, communication links with Mars go down. The space agency head, who's a major character in the show, makes a decision that they got one more chance to send somebody up there. They choose Cassandra, his fellow astronaut and life partner. So she goes. She goes from being the woman who gets left behind to becoming completely empowered. And she starts off with all these sort of soft, ballady, longing songs, emotional depth. And she goes to just like totally kicking butt at the end with Landing Day. It's this great song, rock and roll. He goes from being totally rock and roll, yeah, you know, like that, to getting more and more morose. He's like, hope is gone.
Right.
What is the point of carrying on when hope is dwindling away? Like that.
Awesome.
So meanwhile, she's coming on stronger and stronger, and he's like,
yeah.
Finally, no communication links with Earth. He doesn't know she's coming. She doesn't know if he's alive. And finally, she has to manually crash land on Mars. And he comes and finds her, and then the curtain comes
What a
down.
great story. Based on a real idea that they want to do, right? They really want to send somebody on a one-way trip to Mars.
This
And there's
really true.
hundreds of
200,000 people have signed up, more than that, to be the first people to go to Mars with no hope of returning. It's the Mars One program out of the Netherlands. NASA is planning to send people in 2033 or sooner. Elon Musk from SpaceX,
Oh, yeah. He wants to go.
he's planning to send people in the 2020s.
So this is, you wrote the songs, and then you performed it in a concert, Chocolate Church, if I did
Correct,
that,
yeah.
end of last year. And now you're transforming it into a theatrical release of not just a concert, but an actual piece.
Yes.
How, Ray, tell us a little bit about how you make that.
Well, that's sort of where I come in, sort of where our wonderful director, Dennis St. Pierre, comes in. But I'm bringing to the table like 20-some years of musical theater, and I've always sort of tried to get away from musical theater because you know, it's a little stuffy, it's a little uptight, it's not so laid back, it's so not rock and roll.
With this guy involved, you're gonna be.
And when Peter and I first started chatting about this, I was like, wait a minute. He gets it, and this is totally in the vein of the things that, as you said, I grew up loving. It was Jesus Christ Superstar, and like the sort of, there's this whole series of things that were spawned by that, and things that ended up being not quite musical theater, not quite rock and roll, and other concept albums. So, I mean, The Who's Tommy, of course, started, it was just an album, a whole bunch of songs strung together. And then the movie, and then much later, actually, the stage version, which was a great shame, I think. So there are bits of, I hear echoes of The Who, I hear echoes of Bowie, I hear echoes of Dylan, interestingly. And in Johanna's writing, there's a little bit of Kate Bush, and there's some Floyd, and there's some, there's even some Zeppelin in there, I think. I'm a big Zeppelin fan.
These are all nice things to hear.
Yeah, keep talking.
But
I'm seeing
all
this
these
Bowie
influences together.
and Space Oddity,
Yeah.
Space in 2001 kind of, and that's, I think we're all on the same wavelength. I can't wait to see it. It must be a lot of fun.
Me too.
To do. Yeah, right?
I can't wait to be sitting or standing in the. Peter found out last night. I never conduct sitting down. I never play sitting down. I'm always standing up.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, should we all stand?
And so, so I'm really looking forward to being in the pit of the Waterville Opera House and seeing this, because the thing about rock opera is that it's not just rock and roll songs. It's rock and roll songs tied together with a theme, and it's always about these epic themes of hope and love.
Oh my God, yeah.
And how do we go on? How do we, as humans, move on from whatever traumas we've had? And that's what we do. And I love that Peter said that the curtain falls at the end, not giving away the ending, but I think it's a very American piece at heart.
Well, it's
And,
got an
we know how
Adam and
American
Eve
things end.
concept